It's a beautiful fall day on Submission Day here in the land of steady habits. Hello, Seattle. Our group in Northern Connecticut wanted to just give a final pitch and a recap before we hit submit. We want to clarify the locality and the transportation that's available for 50,000 commuters and residents. Well, it's pretty good and getting better. This exemplifies where Amazon would be between two decent cities, Hartford and Springfield, 12 and 13 miles apart respectively, connected by 4-lane highways all the way. Even the 2-mile connector is 4 lanes on Route 20. Supplemented by rail, the Hartford-Springfield line actually runs Vermont all the way to New York, with stops in Windsor Locks, your hopefully new hometown. In case the highway's in trouble, there's good access roads, 187, 20, 5, 190, 167, 75, all coming within a mile of the parcel we have in mind. And as for traffic, though it does get congested in Hartford and Springfield, you're in between. It's a reverse commute. There's never any traffic to the airport, which is where we envision you. 1 Hamilton Road as a address. And this is what that address looks like. You are right off an exit ramp on that 4-lane Route 20. The parking available right next door, and the good number of acres to build out just across the street. Your neighbors up here, that is UTC, sir. That's the airport itself. That's UTC. And UTC, United Technologies, is our biggest employer until you get here. And I think a friendly employer because though they're high-tech, they don't seem to compete in the internet space. Now, there are a couple competitors of yours nearby. That's UPS and FedEx, but you're closer to the airport. As far as transportation goes, shuttle service abundant. People do they don't need to stay in their cars when there's good service for you. Finally, the big build out, that's what we envision here. Parcel 4 on the other side of the airport. Again, this is the first building that's already in place, but you want 264 acres with the airport authority being the developer along with you. Remember that airport authority doesn't have to answer to as many regulatory hurdles as most permitting. So it's a good spot. Overall, Northern Connecticut is a great spot for your workforce. I want to talk about the schools. Generally good, yet private schools have a high population. Why is that? Because parents here spend a lot on education. So even though public schools are typically ranked in the top 10 statewide, our SAT scores are typically falling in the top 5, the private education is something parents look to do. Yet, our well-educated students rarely go far away. Okay? We don't send many people to Stanford, Berkeley, Caltech. There's a lot of us who want to. In fact, one of our partners counsels a lot of school kids and schools themselves to the benefits of a Northeast education. So there's a lot of good talent that is attracted here. Those who grow here tend to stay here. And I did look at one statistic, and this is what I'll finally close with. We had a suspicion that Connecticut had a fairly low job turnover rate. Well, we looked into it. It's the lowest. It is number 1 in the country at 11.5% of jobs turning over in a given year. Washington, by contrast, is 16.5. The national average is about 16.5. Worst is Oklahoma, they're at 21. So those who you attract have enough niceness here that they tend to stay in those jobs. And once again, attracting people here is fairly easy because we're so down and out for a lot of things that you become the big kahuna. And we are an area, Western Mass and Connecticut, kind of neglected by our own governments, that look to an innovative private, yes, big company to make a big difference. We welcome you here. Hopefully you can get out before the leaves totally turn, and we'll have you on a video conference outside to show the benefits of the world around us. Thank you for listening. We're about to hit submit. Have a great weekend.